I'm sorry, Jake Paul to fight. Is he someone you're interested in, or no?
Well, if you go back, you got to do your homework. Look on the internet. I think he was doing a sit down on a podcast one time, and he talked about it. He said, I don't want to do an exhibition against Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
He said, I'm only doing real fights. And of course, I can't get up high in weight, but I'll fight him in a real fight at the weight.
Floyd Mayweather just went off on Jake Paul for fighting older guys after the Mike Tyson fight. Floyd and Jake have had their beef in the past, but Floyd believes when Jake gets in the ring with a real fighter, he won't be able to live, which is why he's taking easier fights against retired fighters like Mike Tyson.
As long as he continues to fight MMA guys and YouTubers, he's gonna continue to look good and shine. But once he fights a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that good.
Jake Paul has never been shy about his ambitions. He believes he can go toe-to-toe with champions, even claiming he could beat Floyd. That's a bold statement coming from someone with just a handful of fights under their belt, yet Jake keeps pushing the narrative. And you've got to wonder, does he really think he can hang with guys like Canelo? Or is this just another play to keep his name in the headlines?
You really think Jake Paul's afraid to get in there with Canelo Alvarez? Like, that's shocking to me that Ade said that, because obviously he doesn't know Jake Paul the slightest.
Could I ask you though, 2025, is it a possibility, Canelo versus Jake Paul?
Absolutely.
Floyd's warning isn't just about Jake biting off more than he can chew, it's about strategy. Jake has found a way to make millions without taking the kind of punishment a real pro would dish out. And that's what Floyd respects. Jake's figured out a lane that works for him, but as Floyd sees it, stepping into the ring with someone like Canelo or himself, that's a one-way ticket to career disaster.
He told me before his goal is to fight Canelo, so that's, where his mindset's at.
It get fucked up by Canelo.
So where does Jake go from here? Does he take Floyd's advice and keep fighting retired legends and mixed martial artists? Or does he risk it all for a shot at real credibility in the boxing world? It's a gamble that could either solidify his career or end it in an instant.
Jake Paul, you've just beat the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson. What is next for the problem child? I am the face of this sport. I'm the future of this sport. The list of people I want to fight is long and endless, and I can't wait to make my way through that list and beat them all. I'm not scared of anybody. Any man and his dog can get it. I want them all. Speaking of people I want, Jones. Are you watching? Are you out there, Jones? Wow, you want John Jones? John Jones? Absolutely not, no way. He's still ducking Tom Aspinall, isn't he? No. I'm talking about Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr., okay. No, senior, not senior. Yeah. And if he don't want it, there's plenty more. I've got unfinished business with a certain Fury family. You really think you could take on Tyson Fury? Tyson? You're taking a piss? Absolutely not. John, then?
John, not a chance. No way, Jose. No. Bambi. Come on, Bambi. Listen, if you want it, Bambi, if you think you're a fighting woman, let's get it.
Jake Paul isn't the type to sit quietly and play it safe. He's been loud, bold, and unshaken in his belief that he can take on anyone, yes, even Floyd Mayweather. But here's the kicker. Does confidence alone make you ready to face the best in the game? Or is Jake overestimating himself?
And then 50 dudes literally start surrounding me to try and jump me. I'm out that bitch. Okay, Floyd, you want to run it one-on-one? No problem, but I'm not dumb.
But Jake doesn't think so. In fact, he's made it his mission to convince the world he's destined for greatness in boxing. He's talked about becoming a world champion, standing toe-to-toe with current belt holders like Canelo Alvarez. You heard that right, Canelo. The same Canelo who's taken on the toughest fighters in the sport and is widely considered one of the best pound-for-pound boxers alive.
Is it possible that Canelo's his next fight?
Not sure.
Okay, but it's a thing. This is not like pie in the sky. This is as real as ever.
I think, look, we just put on the biggest event since the advent of cable for the combat sports, right? And so no matter what fighter you are, you have to look at that and say, that's a pretty special moment. That's a pretty special platform. Jake Paul doesn't need Canelo from a financial perspective, nor from like a belt perspective, because they're not going to fight for the belts that Canelo holds, right? If they were to fight. Canelo certainly doesn't need Jake Paul to make money either. So for me, if that fight was to happen, it has to be more than that. It has to be a desire to once again have the world stop and pay attention to this beautiful sport of boxing. Have the world look at it and say, wow, boxing is really back, and really bring other fighters into the fold there to help bring exposure to the sport like we just did with our event last Friday.
Now, here's where things get interesting. Jake's confidence isn't just talk. He truly believes he can compete at that level. He's even said that people don't give him enough credit for his hard work and improvement in the ring. And to be fair, he's not wrong about putting in the effort. His fights show that he's serious about training and learning the craft. But is that enough? Can you really go from fighting ex-MMA fighters to beating the best boxers in the world? The boxing community doesn't think so. To them, Jake's claims sound more like hype than reality. Critics say he's nowhere near ready to face someone like Canelo or Floyd, and honestly, they might have a point. The gap between Jake's skill level and the likes of these elite fighters is massive, and while Jake's improving, he's still got a long way to go before he's ready to step into that arena.
When we go see you fight somebody? I'm talking about somebody in their 30s. I'm talking about somebody that actually boxes professionally. Not as a striker in the UFC, not as a basketball player. No, nobody like that. Not some dude whose only claim to fame is that he's Tyson Fury's little brother. I need somebody that's got skills, that's got a reputation. We gotta start holding Jake Paul accountable for that.
Nikisa, Jake's partner, knows Jake Paul brings something unique to the table: attention. Fans love him or hate him, but they're always watching. His fights are events and they bring in money. A fight with Canelo would break records no matter the outcome. Nikisa understands that, and he's playing the long game. He's planning the idea now, knowing that boxing is unpredictable and anything can happen with the right promotion.
You said that you'd like to go up against Canelo Alvarez. What gives you the right to call out a 59-2 boxer, one of the greatest of all time, when you've not yet proven yourself?
I'm predicting what's going to happen 3 more years from now.
So I'm
going to get to his skill level and beat him. I have one of the greatest self-belief systems in the world, and I know what I'm capable of, and with this new team, I can give Canelo a serious run for his money.
But let's be real. Does Jake stand a chance against Canelo? Most experts would say no. Canelo's power, experience, and speed are on a whole different level. Jake is improving, sure, but he's still nowhere near ready for a fight like that. Even Nikisa probably knows this. But it's not about winning right now, it's about keeping Jake's name in the conversation. It's about setting up future opportunities. So what does this mean for Jake's career? Will we actually see him fight Canelo one day, or is this just clever talk to keep the spotlight on Jake? One thing's for sure. Nikisa knows how to stir up interest. And if Jake's journey has taught us anything, it's that what seems impossible today might just be tomorrow's headline.
Hello. Thank you. What about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson? What do you think about that fight?
Jake Paul stepping into the ring with Mike Tyson was a spectacle that grabbed everyone's attention. The fight drew massive viewership, with reports indicating that it became one of the most streamed sporting events ever, peaking at 65 million concurrent streams. This level of attention is rare, especially for a bout involving a YouTuber and a retired boxing legend. However, the event wasn't without its issues. Many viewers experienced technical glitches during the live stream, leading to widespread frustration. The streaming platform faced significant backlash, and a class action lawsuit was even filed over the streaming problems. Despite these challenges, the fight's success in drawing viewers can't be denied.
Canelo in the ring. Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
The matchup also sparked debates about the ethics of such fights. Critics argued that pitting a 27-year-old against a 58-year-old, even one as legendary as Tyson, was more about entertainment than genuine competition. Concerns were raised about the potential risks to Tyson's health and the overall message such events send about the sport of boxing. Interestingly, the fight's success caught the attention of active professional boxers. Seeing the massive audience Jake Paul can attract, some champions began expressing interest in fighting him. This shift indicates that regardless of opinions on his boxing skills, Jake Paul has become a significant figure in the boxing world, capable of drawing large crowds and generating substantial revenue. Hence, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight was a landmark event that showcased Jake's ability to draw massive audiences. It also highlighted the complexities and controversies of modern boxing, where entertainment value sometimes overshadows traditional competition.
He tripped when he was walking down the thing. He had a hard time walking up the stairs. He had a knee brace on, and Jake Paul couldn't do anything to him. He made a ton of money, and I know people are mad. You stayed home on a Saturday night, but you didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? And you know, this is what Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson shows up, everybody makes money, you know? Jake Paul is. Sure. You know, I don't have to tell you guys. You guys know. Mike Tyson is the A+++ side of that thing, and he was right.
Jake Paul's recent bout with Mike Tyson has stirred the boxing world, drawing attention from seasoned fighters eager to test his mettle. Notably, Daniel Dubois and Carl Froch have stepped forward, each presenting unique challenges to Paul's burgeoning career. Daniel Dubois, the reigning IBF heavyweight champion, has issued a direct challenge to Jake Paul. Dubois, who recently secured his title with a knockout victory over Anthony Joshua, boasts a professional record of 22 wins and 2 losses. His challenge to Paul is not just a call-out, but an invitation to compete for a legitimate heavyweight championship. Dubois' challenge is significant. He is a young, powerful fighter known for his knockout ability, with 21 of his 22 wins coming by way of knockout. A fight between Paul and Dubois would be a substantial step up in competition for Paul, moving from exhibition matches to a bout with a current world champion.
I wasn't at all surprised by the result. I think Mike Tyson is a winner either way.
Jake's asked for a fight with you.
If Jake wants it with me, he can get it too. But I'm the world champion.
Yeah.
Give him a shot like that, you know.
So you'll just knock him out in the first round, within the first minute.
Of course, but it would be a historical moment, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Never before.
The contract will state you can't knock him out. But that's what they do. Because obviously the fight, everyone knows last Saturday the fight was fixed.
But I wouldn't take no one lightly, you know. If a man got a chance to become world champion, he would gonna go. If he's smart, he'll really go to town, go to work, and try to be the best version of himself. So
Carl Froch, a retired former super middleweight world champion, has also expressed interest in fighting Jake Paul. Froch, who retired in 2015 with a professional record of 33 wins and 2 losses, has been vocal about his skepticism regarding Paul's boxing credentials. He has publicly stated that he believes he could defeat Paul, even suggesting he could do so with one arm tied behind his back. Froch's interest adds a different dimension to the challenges Paul faces. While Froch is retired, his experience and success in the ring are undeniable. A fight between Paul and Froch would pit Paul's youth and current activity against Froch's experience and ring intelligence. These challenges from Dubois and Froch present Jake Paul with critical decisions about his boxing career. Accepting a fight with Dubois would mean stepping into the ring with a current world champion, a move that would significantly elevate Paul's standing in the boxing community if he performs well.
He's such a big commodity. He sells tickets, he puts bums on seats, people are interested. Netflix, 30 million, come on. 74,000 now at the AT&T, not quite 80,000, is it? He's not there yet. He's getting there, but he's not quite there. He doesn't do the big crowds, does he? But he pulls in the old Bunsen burner, doesn't he, Jake Paul? So I don't think he'll hang his gloves up. There'll be a plan for Jake Paul. But I tell you what, my mobile phone won't be ringing, will it? They won't be sending me an email. They won't be contacting my agent to get a fight because they know. I ain't calling him out, I'm just letting you know that he knows, that I fucking know. If I went in there with Jake Paul, it would be an absolute mismatch, 1 round demolition job. I'd even tie one arm behind my back and just imagine, 1 arm behind my back, just lining him up with his right hand and eventually levering him with a big uppercut or a big overhand dirty stinker. Put him in the El Sparko position like he's been tasered.
Beyond professional pride, the financial rewards of fighting Jake Paul are significant. His ability to draw massive audiences translates into lucrative pay-per-view numbers and substantial fight purses. For many boxers, a bout with Jake offers a rare opportunity to earn more than they might in traditional matchups. This financial aspect makes Jake an attractive opponent, even for those who might otherwise dismiss his boxing credentials. Given the substantial earnings potential, there is speculation about whether Floyd Mayweather might consider a fight with Jake Paul. Mayweather, known for his business acumen in boxing, has a history of participating in high-revenue exhibition matches. A bout with Jake could generate significant interest and financial gain for both fighters. However, as of now, there has been no official indication from Mayweather regarding such a matchup.
We'll see how that fight goes. And yeah, I could totally see a Jake Paul versus Floyd matchup, you know, a year from now. That's totally possible. He is a lot harder of an opponent than McGregor. You know, McGregor's an MMA fighter. Floyd is one of the best boxers to ever live. But, you know, it doesn't scare me. He's smaller than me and he's old, bro. Like, he's old. That speed goes away, the power goes away, the endurance.
Floyd has a history of participating in exhibition matches that are more about entertainment and financial gain than competition. He fought Logan Paul, Jake's brother, in an exhibition match in 2021, which ended without a knockout but generated significant attention and revenue. Floyd has expressed that his focus is on lucrative opportunities rather than legacy at this point in his career. A fight with Jake Paul aligns with this approach, offering a high-profile event with substantial earnings potential. The public's curiosity about a Mayweather versus Jake Paul fight is undeniable. Jake's ability to draw attention, combined with Floyd's legendary status, creates a compelling narrative. Media outlets and fans are buzzing about the possibility, speculating on the outcome and the spectacle it would provide. This level of interest often translates into high pay-per-view sales, making the fight attractive from a business standpoint.
Floyd Mayweather was happy to fight Logan Paul, but he does not want to fight Jake Paul unless he loses a significant amount of weight. If he can.
While no official plans are in place, the combination of financial incentives, Mayweather's interest in profitable exhibitions, and public curiosity makes a fight between Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul a plausible scenario. If both parties agree, it could become one of the most talked about events in boxing, blending entertainment with the sport's traditional elements. Jake Paul's journey from internet personality to boxing contender has been nothing short of remarkable. His bouts against figures like Mike Tyson have not only captivated audiences, but also sparked debates about the evolving nature of the sport. As he continues to challenge established norms, the boxing community watches closely, eager to see how his career unfolds. Floyd Mayweather's advice for Jake to focus on matches with older fighters and MMA personalities highlights the strategic considerations at play. While these bouts have proven lucrative and entertaining, stepping into the ring with elite boxers like Mayweather or Canelo Alvarez presents a different level of challenge. The risks are significant and the outcomes uncertain.
People. He's just going to try and fight the easiest people and then make himself look like he's the fucking best when he really is just a piece of shit.
He said he's asked Nikisa to communicate with the Warrens about a Daniel Dubois fight.
He's not going to fight Dubois.
I mean, yeah.
He's not even a heavyweight. Bro, he was gassed out fighting Mike Tyson, bro. I'm sorry, but like, yes, I know he probably took his foot off the gas because, you know, it's Mike Tyson. He doesn't want to knock out a legend, but we all know you're just full of shit. You're not really a heavyweight. You just fight all these people that are super easy to fight because you want to just make a name for yourself, get the easy money, easy bag. But I'm just here. For me right now, I'm like, where can he go now? Where can he really go at this point? What is he?
Jake's ambitions to face top-tier fighters and his manager Nikisa Badarian's openness to such possibilities indicate a desire to push boundaries. However, the path to such high-profile matches requires careful planning, skill development, and an understanding of the boxing landscape. The interest from established boxers like Daniel Dubois and Carl Froch further underscores Jake's impact on the sport. Their challenges represent both opportunities and tests, offering Jake the chance to prove himself against seasoned professionals. As Jake navigates these challenges, the decisions he makes will be pivotal. Whether he continues to engage in high-profile exhibition matches or takes on seasoned professionals, each choice will shape his legacy in the boxing world. The balance between entertainment and genuine competition remains delicate, and Jake's next moves will be crucial in defining his place in the sport.
I'm not sure how that'd work, Jake. She is a child. Next on the list if she don't want it. Joshua. Yeah, I'll take Joshua. I'll go up to heavyweight. Let's do Joshua. Come on. You want to fight AJ? Anthony Joshua? No, Joshua is my next door neighbour. He's a 12-year-old lad, but I'll tell you what, he's a big boy. And he packs a punch. I've seen him in the garage. So yeah, if Joshua wants it, he can have it as well. Another one I was thinking, this will be a great legacy fight for me. Muhammad Ali. I'm afraid to say he's actually past Jay. I know he is, but you never lose that fighting spirit, do you? Pre-fight, you did mention Canelo Alvarez's name a lot. Is that fight you still want? When I said Canelo, there's been a bit of miscommunication there, because I did say Canelo Alvarez, but I meant Alvarez. He's my accountant. Bloody good accountant, but very good boxer as well, so that would be quite a tough competition for me. So, in the near future, Al, if you're watching, let's get it on, son.
Jake Paul's story is a testament to the evolving nature of boxing, where traditional paths are being redefined and new narratives are emerging. His life serves as a focal point for discussions about the future of the sport, the role of media personalities in professional arenas, and the ever-changing dynamics of competition and entertainment. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.